Trail talk time. Out on another beauty of a trail. Just breathing in that fresh chi. Sending everyone limitless love. And today I wanted to talk about New Year's resolutions. A new year is upon us. And so many people are, having these New Year's resolutions, like I'm gonna do this in this new year and have all these big plans. And oftentimes, they end up falling through. And there could be many reasons for this. I think a big one is that, here in Canada at least, we're using this Gregorian calendar, and our New Year's is, right as winter's upon us, at this cold time of the year, when everything's kind of dormant. It's a fairly mild day today, but normally it's pretty cold out and people aren't really getting as much sunlight, not really having as much energy. And to me, it makes more sense, using, what other cultures have used in starting the new year around the springtime. And that might be a good time, to set forth these intentions and start new things in our lives. But either way, many times we can overwhelm ourselves by, setting our sights a little bit too high, a little bit too far. And then it just sort of becomes overwhelming to try and completely transform your life just because it's a brand new calendar year. Change can be hard because as we keep repeating the same things day in and day out, they become hardwired into our brains and become these subconscious, patterns that end up almost running automatically. And so for me, to make any changes in my life, I feel like it's better to set things up in small increments, small doses, small changes one day at a time. That's the way I've done things, for the last many years with my diet, with various different forms of exercise, trying different breathing exercises and, different ways of living, mind states. And it doesn't all just happen magically all at once overnight. It takes time, but all these little changes that you can make every day start to build on each other and build on each other. And that's how we truly make lasting changes in our life. And that way we're not overwhelming ourselves thinking we have to change everything in one moment. It takes steps to get there. And it's easy if you think about it that way. If you look up and see a giant mountain and think, wow, I have to climb this whole mountain, it's going to seem like an arduous journey that might not be possible from way down here. But if we take a look at that first step on the way up, it might seem like nothing to us. We know we can easily take that first step. And once we do, we realize, wow, I've already gotten that much higher, that much closer to my goal. I can take another step. It wasn't that hard. Boom, you take another step. And step by step, you start to see that goal of yours come so clearly into your vision until one more step and boom, you're there. And you get to celebrate, that victory until it's on to another mountain. And that's the beauty about life, We'll always have room to grow and change. And it's wonderful to want to change. But you have to, do it in ways that work for you. And don't overwhelm yourself, thinking you have to completely change your life overnight. And oftentimes when people try to just completely rip apart their old ways, sometimes they end up just relapsing and going right back because it's too fast, too much, too fast. But if we do things gradually in increments, then it just seems like this seamless transition for us. And we don't feel like, oh, we've lost our older life, right? That's an interesting part about trying to change as well. There's something called the imposter syndrome, where when we're changing, we're trying new things, we're trying to sort of become a new person, step into new roles. You know, our older version of ourselves that we've been for so long starts to tell us, no, this isn't who you are. You're this old person here. We have to stick with this. And that's, you know, that's like our ego, that fragile identity saying, yes, this is who I am. Don't kill me off. We have this very fragile aspect of ourselves that resists change. But we can observe that resistance, right? We can observe our patterns and start to learn from them. And sometimes we sort of have to trick ourselves into changing. You know, I like to set up alarms. If there's something that I need to do or I've been putting off, I'll set an alarm for a certain time of the day when I know I'll be free or just at home, wherever I need to be. And that alarm goes off, and whatever I'm doing, I just have to say, okay, now it's time to do this thing. I can't just keep on doing the same old things. I have to get this done. So that's a simple thing. Most of us have phones that we can use to set an alarm. I like one that Harry Mack has used for going for a jog every day. He's like, you know, as long as I can get these shoes on, he has his running shoes and he puts them by the door or wherever, you know, he's going to see them before he has to go out or something, so that he knows, you know, these are here for a reason. Once I just have to put these on, and then boom, it's time for my daily jog. So placing things in specific parts of our house, maybe in the car, wherever it is, that you need that reminder and you see it, that can be very helpful. That way you're not, you know, just randomly looking for something. It's there for you, ready to go, so you have no excuses. And that's probably leads me to the biggest thing that keeps us from achieving anything in our life. Is just our excuses, right? We get super creative when it comes to excuses, don't we? Oh, I couldn't do it that day. This happened. XYZ is going on today. I can't do it today. Maybe tomorrow. Oh, I didn't get enough sleep. I don't have the energy for it. Oh, I don't have the tools, the resources. Oh, maybe I'll do it. It's not a good time right now. I'll do it next week. All these excuses that we can make for ourselves. And that's usually the only thing that's holding us back, truly, is our own laziness and unwillingness to change and to stretch out of our comfort zones. So we have to observe that as well, right? Observe when you know you're putting off something and all the little excuses you make, and start to ask yourself, wow, is that really an excuse? You know, was that really holding me back, or was I just allowing it to hold me back, to be an excuse for me to stay the same, to stay at the same level and not to grow and expand? Sometimes we have to kind of kick our own ass, you know, and find that discipline. Discipline is like the most important thing that we can cultivate in our life, because sometimes shit will happen, right? All around us, within our family, you know, all around us in our city, in our jobs, in our lives, maybe with our health. Anything could happen in this life. So through all that turmoil and uncertainty, the thing that will keep us, going in a good direction is our discipline. We have to, make growth a habit every single day and say, how can I better my life today, even if just by a little bit? And slowly but surely it becomes this fun exercise. It's not some tough thing that you dread anymore. You turn these things into a fun practice, a fun habit. And it's just like you start to crave challenging yourself, stretching your comfort zone more, saying, wow, what else have I been, limiting myself in? What other areas of my life can I expand upon? What weaknesses can I get into and attack and start to make better? Instead of just leaving them, we start to say no. We deserve more. We deserve more for ourselves and our lives. And that's ultimately going to be that spark, realizing we're worthy of a better life. But we have to do the work. We have to be the ones to make the change, and we can't expect, our life to magically change all of a sudden. We have to be the ones to put in the work and bring the action necessary every day. And even if it's hard, I've been getting on a workout kick lately, just trying to become healthier and stronger. And some days I'm not really feeling it, right? I'm maybe feeling a little less energetic or sore or whatever it is. But I've been doing my best to just say, at least get something in. At least, get a light workout in. Once I start, I actually just start to feel better and I get a pretty good workout in. So it's all about leaving those excuses in the past and moving into that courage to say I have what it takes, to make a better life for myself. And you'll truly see that you do. You might even surprise yourself and show yourself you had more than you thought you did inside. And that feeling is amazing. So yeah, that's it for today. Have an amazing day. And remember, you can make big changes in your life. You can start at any time, but the best time to start is right now. And for me, the best way is to break it down into smaller steps so that we're not sort of biting off more than we can chew. And this way it'll be a lot easier for us. We can start to see all the beautiful changes step by step and keep on celebrating those small victories, and that'll keep on pumping us up to say, yeah, we can take another step and celebrate, and take another step and keep on celebrating this journey. So yeah, that's it for today. Have an amazing day. Peace and limitless love.